Jenna. Welcome to Jenna Knits. I was going live for a really long time, every single weekend, just trying to be your virtual fiber buddy. And then my live broke for a really long time. It wouldn't let me go live, but now I am back and available to be your fiber buddy on the weekends, where you just grab a project, or we talk yarn, we talk patterns, and we just knit a couple rows, crochet a couple rows, whatever you want to do. I've had quilters join in the past as well and get some of their things done. What was it that they were doing? Paper piecing? That sounds right. So a variety of crafts can be done in this time. I am a knitter, so I will be knitting. And what I am making today, oh goodness, is, I'm really excited about this one, and I shared it a little bit in the video I just posted, but I am making a beanie. This is a commission beanie for one of my friends here, and he wanted like vibrancy, he wanted loudness, but he wanted like 90s loud, and I love that, but those colors are very much out of my comfort zone. And so the colors that he wanted were pink, purple, and green. And so I was like, well, I could do a 3-color thing and maybe make a striped beanie or like some kind of pattern, or I can do a little bit of digging and maybe find a skein that incorporates all 3. Now, Knit Picks, weirdly enough, has one that incorporates all 3, and it's beautiful and it's soft and you can't really, it's gloomy out, so the green isn't really popping as much, but it's like green, it's like a limey green. And it's got the purple and the pink, but it like all ombres very beautifully together. But because it is a lace weight, I needed to pair it with something, and I didn't want to mute one of the colors by making a pink, purple, and green as the base. I wanted to highlight those colors. So I was like, okay, 90s is very like bright. I think like lightning bolt when I think of the 90s, because that was just such a big, like, Power Rangers lightning bolt is what came to my mind, which is why I thought yellow. And good morning. And so I decided to go with a bright highlighter yellow to make those colors really pop, and it's turning out really cool. Really cool, super textured. This is just the brim, but we were talking about knitting. No, I'm not. Sorry. Just living. Talking knitting, just crafting. I come on here and craft for about 30 minutes and keep other people company while they are crafting, or they hang out, learn something new, or we talk yarn, we talk patterns, we just talk crafting. So if you're working on anything, let me know, or if you're, I knit everything. Yeah, so I make tops, socks, scarves, beanies, baby clothes, all the way up to adult. So I do a little bit of everything. Right now is obviously coming into beanie season, so I have a couple commission beanies that I'm making, and these are just the colors that somebody picked out. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, so I make a little bit of everything. I'll be casting on a sweater later on this morning, but I'm just working on a beanie right now. Do you knit at all, or crochet, or work with yarn? I do read books. Yeah, I read pretty frequently. Usually I like to knit before bed because it's just a nice decompress for my mind. But I'm also a very big reader. I can show you. I just moved, so all my books aren't on a shelf yet, but they're all up on my TV stand. I have music playing, but because I'm on my phone, it's coming from my TV, and I don't want it to be too loud, and I don't know if it's licensed, so. Oh, thanks. You build vehicles like real life cars, or like models? I know quite a few people, my dad included. He's got a whole room just dedicated to models. It's pretty cool. Very intricate. My eyes could never. I am, every time I go live, someone asks me how old I am. I'm 33. Oh, you play music as a hobby? That's cool. Oh, that's very cool. Wow, what a skill to have. That's awesome. That's impressive. That's really cool. Thank you. I do get that a lot as well. Not a bad thing. I'll take it. Originally, yes. But now I'm in the South. So I live in South Carolina now. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Have a great day. It's 9 in the morning right now, roughly. That's why I look like I'm in pajamas, because I am in pajamas. I love North Carolina. Love North Carolina. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely more what I enjoy, but all my family is down here, so it's just easier to be down here. I've also lived here for quite a while, so I know it, but I go to North Carolina as much as I possibly can. Somerville is very gorgeous. And yeah, I've only been to Somerville one time, but it was an amazing experience there. Thank you. I sell them just by DM. I have a website because I have a candle business, but um, just by like sending me a message and letting me know maybe what colors you'd like, we would work together to make it, the shades and everything that you'd want it to be, and then I price it for you and ship it your way. So if you want that, you can maybe when this live is done, I'll put my Instagram in the description and you can just send me a message and let me know what you'd like. But yeah, absolutely. I sell these. I just sell them locally right now because it's easier. And it's overdone. I've only been to Asheville, I think, twice. And it was super, super icy and snowed out both times. So I don't think I truly got like a legitimate Asheville experience. I had some amazing food there though, and the people were nice enough. I don't use Facebook. Um, hmm. Oh, you can send me an email. Jenna Knits at Yahoo, and we can work it that way if you'd like. Super easy. JennaKnits.com is my website. So just my handle on here.com. And on there I just have just my candles are listed on there, but you could always just send me a message through that as well. And we can communicate back and forth. But it'll just go to my email, JennaKnits at Yahoo. Yeah. Yeah, let's work together. I'd love to make you something. Ooh. Oh gosh. I bake a lot. I'm a huge baker. I went to culinary school for baking, and I've been baking majority of my life. So I'm a big baker. I'm a good cook, but baking is I think I've actually been baking all morning because my mom's coming over. I'm going to teach her how to knit. And yeah, it's a nice slow morning today. Oh, I'm sure it does. It's actually where I live in South Carolina. It snowed this year and it's pretty cold out right now. Definitely a different kind of, it feels like fall finally in South Carolina for the first time in all of my years here. Um, it's very disorienting. Usually it's like 80 degrees on Halloween, but it's been in the 60s pretty consistently. So we might actually get a season of some sort other than summer. Jeez. That's one place too. I've never been to Kentucky, but I have been to Tennessee only one time, and that was beautiful. I stayed. Where did I even stay? I don't even remember where I was. That was a while. That was quite a few years ago, but that was gorgeous. I haven't really explored. I moved around a lot growing up, and then I also like did a lot of cross country driving because I was in the military, so I went back and forth from here to California. But stopping and visiting didn't really happen as much. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. Our woods are kind of always dangerous here. We've got a lot of snakes, a lot of spooky spiders, gators, and such. And where I live too is like super, super swampy. So, outdoor adventures are more of a cautious situation unless you're going to the beach or something like that. What did I just do? There we go. Homegrown people. I don't think I've ever read that before. Homegrown people. Hmm. Yeah, South Carolina's got some beautiful spots. I'm in the southern tip of South Carolina, so I'm pretty much on the border of South Carolina and Georgia. So, like, the border's not too far away. Hi, good morning. My phone is going to buzz. I did not put myself on Do Not Disturb because, like I said, my mom is coming over. So as soon as she sends the text that she is here, I will be popping off. So I'm just going to be staying on until I hear from her. So you will hear my phone buzz, but that's okay. Myrtle Beach is gross. No, I don't go to Myrtle Beach. I no, I am not. But Myrtle Beach, in my experience, is gross. I think it's dirty. I don't get the hype. Um, yeah, I don't get the love and fascination of that place. So I don't go there. I'm sorry. But I also live very close to Hilton Head and would rather venture that way instead. I have something close by that I'm very familiar with, so I would rather just do that. Or, you know, Jacksonville is only like 2 hours away. I can go there. There's, Charleston's like an hour and a half away. I'm not very far from other places, so I would rather go there than do Myrtle Beach. Hilton Head Island. I don't know what that means. Elaborate. Um, Hilton Head is an island in South Carolina, and it's very resorty. It's very, very touristy, but the quiet seasons are beautiful. The beaches are really nice, and the food's good. A lot of it's very locally sourced. Yeah, Hilton Head's a pretty big tourist trap that's very, I don't want to say similar to Myrtle Beach, but people come to South Carolina for, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, or Hilton Head. And yeah, Hilton Head Island is beautiful. It's got a lot to it. You think? I don't know. I've been here a long time. Hilton Head's got its own charm. It's not as charming as it once was, but it's still a hell of a lot better than Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is just, it's just dirty. But maybe I just haven't experienced it properly. I don't know. I feel like if you're a kid and you go there and you feel like it's dirty, then it is as an adult too. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so my whole family, all my extended family is in Michigan, and I have visited Wisconsin many a times. That is my all-time favorite state in the entire world. I love Wisconsin. Um, I have never had a bad time in Wisconsin. It is absolutely gorgeous. The food is amazing. And I've stayed in Madison quite a few times. Like if I want to go, my first choice is always Wisconsin. I think it is awesome. But my family, my extended family on both sides is Michigan. Both my parents are from Michigan. Um, yeah, I love it. One of my best friends is from Michigan. She lives down here now too. That place is awesome. Definitely more my vibe than South Carolina, but it is what it is. I love Madison so much. Oh my gosh. That place is so special to me. So, so, so special. Like you don't have many people shouting out Wisconsin in the chat. That's awesome. I am making a beanie right now. Yes, so I'm just doing just the bottom of it right now. It's turned out pretty cool. The colors are much brighter in person, but it's super gloomy out today. It's been pouring for days, so it's not going to pop up as bright. But yeah, this is the brim in 4 different colors. So it should turn out really nice. It's really soft. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. This is a commission beanie for somebody locally. He chose 3 of the colors, and then I chose the base color as more of a surprise. He wanted it very like 90s nostalgic, and his color choice was green, purple, and pink. He wanted it really bright. This is super bright in real life too. And then I chose the yellow to make everything like super, super pop. So I'll have this done probably in like 2 days. Give it to him later this week. I am more of a dog person. I don't currently have any pets. I did have a dog, but he passed away a couple years ago, and just haven't felt ready to dive back into having pets. But I am more of a dog person. Not to like hate on cats, but if I had to choose, I would choose dogs all day. Yeah. I mean, I had him for 8 years. It's a long time. So, but yeah, he passed away a couple years back, and you know, I'll get a puppy when it's time to get a puppy. Was he a bigger dog? Is that your question? Um, I got him when he was like 4 weeks old. He was a Craigslist baby. Um, he was so funny story on that. His name was Edgar. I got him when he was baby because he was in a bad situation. Um, but he was advertised as a blue tick hound, so I wanted a big dog. But he just kind of never grew. And then when he got really sick, the whole time I was like, okay, he's definitely a black lab wiener dog. Like Craigslist lied, but he's amazing, and he was only $20. Um, but turns out that he was actually this whole time just a dwarf blue tick hound. So he was big in spirit, but he was just a little fella. His feet were like, his legs were like this big, and he was 40 pounds. He was a brick. He was big boy, but his little legs just never quite got there. So I wanted a big dog, but he ended up being a mini blue tick hound, and he was the absolute best. The Craigslist days were something else. Yes, I did name him after Poe. I'm a lit major in college. So he was my little Poe, and boy was he moody, so it fit him perfectly. Very melancholy dog. He just needed love. Yeah, it fit him perfectly. I love Poe. I collect like vintage books. I have a lot of really old Poe books that I have found in different vintage shops when I lived in California. Some that I have found in like random spooky spots in Savannah. Um, yeah, always appreciate the old lit. That's what the bulk of those books on my TV stand are. My little collection that I cannot wait to get set up. No, it's actually not. It's not an old channel. Well, okay, so I have my baking channel. I've had for about 6 years, 5 years. I don't know. I've had it for a couple years. This one I started last year. So it's a year old, but I just moved, so it's been a while since I popped on here. I go live every weekend though, so thank you. That's very nice. I try to be a green flag. I do my best. That's very sweet. That's a good way to start my day. Yeah, I usually post and share all my stuff pretty frequently, but because I was moving, everything had been kind of packed up. So everything is now unpacked and where it needs to be and all that good stuff. So I'll be going live every weekend, and then I just post videos sharing like what projects I'm working on and yarn talk. Oh, I appreciate that so much. That's very sweet. Oh, that's very nice. That's true. I do usually get some weirdness on here, so I appreciate the nice words this morning. Good little boost for my day. There we go. Could feel a knot in my yarn. Yeah, I go live because I don't really have a huge fiber community where I live. And so I go live, and for a while there it was, I just go on here so that people that don't have a knitting community or live in more like secluded areas can have somebody to craft with. So sometimes they're super chatty, like, and I love when they're chatty because then I'm not just sitting here lonely. But there have been quite a few chats where there's a lot of people sitting in here and we're not talking at all. We're literally just like keeping each other company and sneaking in some rows, and then we move on with our day. So it's just sort of like virtual crafting buddy. I only have one girlfriend here and she crochets. So I do have a baking channel, yes. I haven't shared on there in quite a while, but I do have one. Just lots of moving parts this year, so I had to do a YouTube pause for a couple of months, but I do have a baking channel. It's called We Bake Sometimes. And yeah, share a lot of recipes. I used to have a really massive garden, so everything was my farm to table. Everything was like grown in my backyard. Because I just moved, it'll be shifting a little bit into more of local farms and things like that. I live in a great town that has a ton of farms and a great market, and but it was like my mini homestead to table kind of situation for a long time. I don't have a sourdough starter. I can make some mean bread, but I don't have the patience to start it. I want somebody to give me some of their starter and I just cheat my way through sourdough. I just don't. I don't have the patience to get the starter going. I feel like it's too meticulous. I do can food. Yes, I'm a big canner. Yeah, I'm a big canner. I love canning food. I love preserving food. I, yeah, that's all I want to do is just have a huge homestead stash, everything made from scratch. Like this morning, I have a friend who's got 6 mature Japanese lemon trees. And so we harvested a ton of those. And so I made lemon loaf this morning, and, you know, still locally sourced, still absolutely delicious. And that's what me and my mom will be snacking on this morning. That's true. It is sharing. That's such a nice way of looking at that. And I feel like if somebody was willing to share their starter with me, that is a true friendship. But I actually don't know anybody that has a starter around here. I think my mom tried doing it, but again, it's just like something you have to constantly baby. And I just don't want to do that. I do have kids. I have a son who's almost 4, and my daughter just turned 1. So I've got 2 babies. My baking channel is, my son loves being in the kitchen, and he is my little baker. So my channel, my baking channel, has dominantly been me and my son baking since he was like one and a half, maybe. He's been up in the little towers baking. I should find an older lady at the market. I bet I should talk to the bread lady, but I bet she'd charge me for it. It wouldn't be an act of kindness. She'd probably make me pay for it. Yeah, my baking channel is just me and my son baking, and then, or cooking together, whatever. And then now that my daughter is 1, she can get up in a tower, start dumping ingredients. My son's actually going to be so pissed that I baked something without him. Oh, that's so cool. See, that's so important. I think instilling the appreciation for food early is just crucial. Like my son, I put him in the garden immediately. Like as soon as he could walk, he was in the dirt in the backyard. Like this past year, I knew it was my last season in that house. And so we did it up and he grew, I had him plant every single seed. He grew carrots, he grew potatoes, he grew tomatoes and cucumbers and all these things. And he harvested every single bit of it. We made like, what did we grow? Like 150 shallots. I did it up in that space. And you can see that space on my other channel. Like I had a really, it was a beautiful home. It was a beautiful space. And so I'm glad that he got to experience that so little. And I'll be modifying, I'm in an apartment now, but I'll be modifying my back patio to have a little garden space soon so that my daughter can have that instilled in her as well, that food comes from here. The tomatoes are so fun to grow. So much fun. I need to measure this. I feel like I did not. This was gifted to me. I wish that I had made this. It's super cute, but this was gifted to me. But I will be casting on a new sweater later today, probably within the next 20 minutes, honestly. But I haven't cast on a sweater yet this season, which is a huge bummer, but I've been working on all my commission projects, so those come first. But last night I did sit down and I went through all my projects that were still on the needles, and like I finished a dress and a purse. Yes, heirlooms are super fun to grow. I get a lot of my seeds from MI Gardener, and he does a lot of heirlooms, and I like growing things like there was one year I had I had probably like 15 different variety of tomatoes, and they were so cool. It was fascinating. The different shades that I got, and I ended up canning an insane amount of sauce, but I just combined all of those different varieties together. I have never had a sauce that rich and flavorful. And yeah, heirlooms are very cool. We did an heirloomed rainbow carrot this year, so that was really fun to harvest, to figure out like what color was going to pop up and stuff like that. Yeah, vertical plants are tricky. I know that I could vine. Ugh. I know that I could vine them, and that could be fun. It would be kind of chaotic, but that could be kind of fun to have that all over the porch, or even on the railing would be kind of cool. Just have like cucumbers everywhere. But my favorite thing is tubers to grow, because you just don't know what you're gonna get. And it's the most fun harvest. I just think it's hilarious. So I need to get something like that. I can get some garlic in the dirt right now since it's October. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Kind of just that little bit of effort, you get that different appreciation. And when you grow it and it's successful, it obviously tastes way better. Because you're like, oh, I actually grew this sweet potato. Or your garlic just tastes different. Garlic does taste different when you grow it yourself. That's when you have to be patient with, but that is one that definitely tastes different than the store. I do need to measure this. Let's see. Yes, I completely agree with that. And I have traveled a lot. Um, my dad was military, so he's retired Marine, so I traveled a lot as a kid. And then I joined the military myself, and so I traveled in that way. And then, but because my family's here, I'll probably stay in South Carolina. Um, you know, my ex-husband's here, so my kids will be with their dad, all that good stuff. But I'll probably stay here. I mean, I'm a teacher, so I have my spot, and you know, it's good to have your people around. Yeah, I love growing zucchini. I think it's so beautiful, but it ends up just so wasted, like, because it produces so much. Another thing that was a huge thing, it's not a vine, but that just overly produced for me this year was eggplant. I was picking, it was absurd actually. So I grew Japanese eggplant, and I love eggplant, but I was picking like 4 to 6 eggplants every other day off of one bush. So that's where canning comes into play, and being able to actually keep what you have. But eggplant is a really fun one. It's finicky, but that one is really fun to grow too. I am a preschool teacher. So I teach TK, which is the transition kindergartners. They're the ones that they miss the cutoff for kindergarten essentially. So they're oh, my mom's here. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys, I gotta hop off. I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry, bye.